The Houston Outlaws, and the second one, the Atlanta Reign. I have to say, Reign looking a tad more untouchable than the Houston Outlaws have, but if there is
the matchup, and we are seeing Donghack starting today, but from the enemy team, and that is when you make your move. Stalker forcing the recall of Happy already. Knows he can go fairly aggressive. In fact, just hunting down Happy. Happy playing in Fearless's bubble for the time being, but Stalker's sights were set on another back in this fight. Primal Rage from Fearless jumping into the back line. Nice little boot, but that just aids Fearless in getting into the back. A nice rally from ChiYo though, and yep, keeping Fielder up. He's always above 90% HP, and Stalker takes down 2. A rather scrappy fest as Shu eventually rejoins the fight, applies the nano to Fearless. But I mean, at the end of the day, the Reign still have the point. Fearless has not really done anything with the nano as Stalker takes care of the rest.
Stalker just coming up so clutch, getting pick after pick, and as you said, Jack, they're just holding on to this point, so the longer this fight goes, the better it is for the Reign.
You gotta kill Stalker, man.
Leading up to another EMP, he charges them so damn quickly.
Does Stalker's got the pulse bomb. Oh, I heard the pulse bomb go out. Didn't quite see it, and neither did Violet. 8%, a touch for Happy. Overtime's here, but it's pretty quick at going down, so you still need to touch the EMP. It hits 2, Violet's dead, but Shu has deployed the nano. Donghack struggling to find targets here as he tries to jostle the points. Fearless's nano has already run out, and he hasn't really done a whole bunch with it. He's harassing the backline of the Atlanta Reign, but they're as tough as woodpecker lips right now. Stalker, he needs heals as he's dueling with Happy on the sidelines. Both pulse bombs primed, but Happy struggling to find a target. He throws it out, but Shu and Fearless are already dead as Donghack forces the Outlaws away, and the Reign will take the first round.
But no point living with regrets. So we see Stalker here, the man of the hour.
Oh, what a stick. Good God, this guy's Tracer is unreal. He's really improved.
Troll right now. Nano boost from Atlanta Reign.
A boost, all good peel. Fielder throws the nade on himself. Stalker lands another stick. That connection is decent. Now just trying to duel Happy. You see, it's still a lot of respect being paid towards Happy's Widow.
Lip was lining up to drop that EMP. Because of that, Donghack goes down.
Don't test him. Don't you test him. EMP hits 3. Fearless anti-naded. That bubble disappearing long enough, I think.
His life for it, and Atlanta Reign is all 5 back up, and Lip has an EMP.
The pacing is so strange in this game. There's no like definitive fights at all. It feels like just small skirmishes. Atlanta Reign will end up capping. Oh, Stalker race. ChiYo stays alive on the points, and the Atlanta Reign will take map number 1.
I like the idea of the Widowmaker from Happy there. It was pressure coming out from the Atlanta Reign with Lip on that Sombra. He just wasn't able to find enough angles, and Atlanta...
Thing is, Reign are going to test that. They are going to be on top of you instantly. As soon as you reveal that you've used a grapple, you dance around those columns, like, Happy's just looking at him. Dude who was revealed to him, and he can't get to him, and then Happy goes to the 1v1 on ChiYo and wins it. So, you know, it's pretty tough, and I mean, I agree with this right now. I'm gonna, honestly, Stalker, kind of carrying the Reign right now.
So far, he is absolutely player of the match in my eyes.
Be back with map number 2. It is Blizzard World, it's Outlaws' choice.
Violet is a legend. He is very far ahead of second as well, I believe about 2 million, and he's been pioneering what main support means these days as well. He's a flex support, moved main support, can really do it all, and he doesn't look to be stopping.
Probably not.
Support, yes.
No primal for Donghack. Survivability at an all-time low. Stalker needs to hit this pulse, but there's only a tick to go.
Shu has nano.
They are juggling this cap progress, Scott. They're juggling this perfectly so it doesn't regress. Nano boost onto... Oh,
he hit it.
Mid-air sleep. And Stalker just 4 members of the Atlanta Reign, but no one has fallen. 2 EMPs out. No death.
Huge stick.
There it is. The stick from Happy. The last final fight. 0.6% for the Atlanta Reign to cap first, but they end up losing that progress. Overtime coming in as Happy is just cleaning up.
Stake.
Nice reactions there from Donghack, stopping that manual hack going through. This EMP charge time is going to be the main game changer. Oh, good tracking. Good tracking. And he still kills ChiYo. They're still going for this.
Ooh.
There's no way you let Fielder die.
Happy gets 2 on his exit, and Shu gets another.
The spawns are quite similar on this point, but it will be a rush back to the point. A rare mistake from ChiYo on the brig, costing them that first point capture.
Yeah, that surely would have been it. Without that bash, I mean, what? Fielder stays alive, is able to heal his team.
Yeah, they were at such a huge advantage.
Yeah, they really were. Happy dishing out so much.
Happy has just impressed me so much this season. His Sombra,
yeah.
his Tracer. You know, there are a lot of questions around Happy when he was first signed.
Time was played on this map this season. Oh.
And you can see this is the problem with the Outlaws composition. They're not playing a Winston, they're not playing a Diva, they're not playing a Sombra. They have no real way to close the distance and apply that pressure to Lip. So if you're the Outlaws, how do you respond? Do you switch Happy over to the Widow? Do you switch him over to the Sombra? Sombra's the option.
Shu does end up getting anti, but he does have overhealth, Scott, so he's going to be okay for the moment. But all this is time wasted right now for the Outlaws. Moving forward with only 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Fielder stepping up to the plate. A double anti again as Violet's in trouble. Shu and Violet, history. As Fearless does get Nano, here's the Annihilation, but ChiYo in frontlining as Fielder ends up going down. As Fearless Nano runs out, as well as that Annihilation, they're going to hold firm.
Dude, ChiYo's so smart. Just understands that he can go aggressive because everyone else was in his backline. Gets away from Fearless, stays alive just long enough, and then Fearless goes down, and that was all the major ultimates there for the Outlaws. And only 40.
Looking at the floor, making sure it's not an easy headshot for Lip, who's now getting jumped on. A nice little 2-time there. Pelican and Happy taking care of Lip, but now Fielder is back on the case. And anti onto Hawk, but Stalker just still doing so much. He may have been taken down, but Hawk has self-destruct to his remake if he needs it. Support ultimates incoming, Scott.
Yeah,
oh.
Hawk's been living for so long, but they finally get him off of the cart. ChiYo is now the only one remaining on it.
There's
He's
no
just
shot.
Trying to hold on. Lip has to find a shot here on the Widowmaker.
I mean, Fielder's got 10% towards the Nan. No, if Fielder can find a shot, they're actually going to apply the Nano to Fearless. They need to be able to win this fight. Here's ChiYo's good Nano too. He's going to get the rally, Scott. This is going to be a stall out. Fearless has to find a kill. Okay, Annihilation. But he's got the armor, but he might not have too much health. A sleep is good. And the Rain, they are going to hold on first.
ChiYo is unkillable. He's just sitting on that point almost.
I will say, it's a tough point to grab because of... Oh, okay, well, we'll let this kind of clip speak for itself. But it's a tough map because the effective range for most heroes, especially supports, is so long, and it's such like an open sightline. The Ana gets back to the fight so quick. The Brig gets back to the fight so quick. Can throw packs from downtown. Lip 2.
Minute 45 remaining, and they don't really have many ultimates to speak for themselves either. Fielder used the nano boost in that last fight. I don't really know where that one ended up. Hawk switches over to the Ramatra himself. They don't have much to show for 2.5 minutes into this round.
They've got almost nothing to show. They're on the first corner. Well, second if you count the bridge, but not holdable.
Oh my God!
What is that?
So, 360 or 180 stick from Stalker. Shu's dead. And now Happy needs to click some heads. He needs kills. He needs them. Oh, a little jump scare there. But Stalker's on his case. A double kill for Stalker. Fearless Violet dead. This payload, though, from the Outlaws, they have halted this quite close to the spawn. So you are looking at another recontest for the Houston Outlaws.
Stalker coming in clutch for the Atlanta Reign once again. Opening pick onto Shu.
The mental of the Outlaws as Pelican falls. It's the last fight from both teams now as the Nano goes on to Fearless, but an instant nade is going to hold his progress for the time being, but hits the Annihilation. Hawk hasn't got one of his own.
10 seconds.
9 seconds, 10 seconds to go, Scott. as the nano onto Hawk. It's good. He's going to keep it going. As Happy is getting checked, and Lip checks back. A body shot is good for one, but Scott, can he get more? His annihilations will end in just a moment. As the pulse bomb lands, it doesn't connect, but it hits the wall. Lip is taking down Shu. The Houston Outlaws, they're going to fall apart. The Atlanta Reign with the cap on first. Match point. One more map to go before they book their tickets to the finals.
Finding these picks, finding these opens for the Atlantic Reign, that was a scary moment. They needed to rely on some...
Jesus. I mean, Stalker and Lip are just... They're just different, man. Just different breeds of human beings. They are performing at some levels I don't think we've seen in a long time. I said a minute ago, Scott, this could be the best Overwatch League team or the best team in Overwatch history.
Final blows for the Atlanta Reign, and they were noticeable. This one was...
That one was just dumb stupid.
Dumb stupid is how we're going to coin that one, the 360 pulse bomb. But he gets another one on the brig later, and just the pressure that he's putting out.
Let's go to a quick break. Match point for the Atlanta Reign. Just grade A Overwatch. Look at this. A few little dance moves. He's good at dancing, he's good at Tracer, and he's good at sticking the backline with a pulse bomb. Man, Stalker deadlifting in that last map, Scott, getting half the team's eliminations. Look at those. Oh, half the team's final blows, sorry. 12 final blows out of the 24, and only a single death.
Dumb, stupid performance there from Stalker.
Oh, yeah.
Just going large, broad stroke of composition, so we don't...
He's been checked, and I will say DongHack's doing a fairly good job, too, of just dodging Pelican. Oh, my! And Stalker is...
Taking ball and move over to the Winston.
Yeah, he got those one set of mines out, and now you're just looking at almost old school dive here. There's the Doomfist. He's in. He is hacked, but Pelican, EMP'd. He's gone. Absolutely decimated in the front line. Asleep onto Vigilante, who's been nanoed, but he's still fighting. Oh, and he still wins those. Violet tried to take him down, but he wins the 1v1 with ease. And here come the reinforcements.
That's just brutal. The Houston Outlaws, they use the EMP on the Vigilante. He gets nanoed. He then takes down 2 to follow, and now Fearless goes over to Winston, and Violet's like, hey, I was doing this before you were even here. I'm the leading healing champion, but he has hands on the Zenyatta.
Vigilante versus Violet. Oh, Pelican taking a fair bit. So no chance again. Okay. A checkpoint. About to be unlocked if they're not careful. Oh, he needs to reload! No!
Nade either.
The tragic reload with no nade. Oh, and Stalker. He's going to secure that checkpoint. And Atlanta Reign, they're just picking apart the Outlaws. That is literally just on a moment. I have no nade. I have to reload. My other support is just getting... Okay, DongHack not quite so lucky though. An anti-nade does hit both Happy and Pelican. And they're still getting progress on the payload, Scott.
Yeah, Stalker able to find that extra pick. It's just going to give them the freedom to keep going. Great return.
Pretty quickly, especially if they have those forward spawns. Uh-oh, and now Pelican's in trouble. Sussed out. As Lip now dueling with the backline. Is he going to be able to hit the shots? I mean, Violet kind of struggling there. But Fearless not. Nano boost onto Fearless. And there's a dead backline. Forcing of the Primal Rage, though, does DongHack. So at least they got one less cooldown to worry about, but Stalker's still here.
Shu.
Nice kick from Stalker, but Shu dead. Means Violet has no support. He's so low. EMP hits the backline again.
Huge.
This time it's the Reign's backline.
That's stronger. Because as much as Zenyatta does damage, has that Discord orb, is so exploitable. And that's why Violet's moved back over to the Kiriko. And there it is right there. Happy takes down Vigilante, what feels like solo.
It's nice, but is it nice enough? Because it's just Tracers doing damage right now and getting kills. Stalker takes care of Shu. I mean, Violet, at least he's got a lot of... No people hacked. Here comes DongHack on the ball. It's important they don't get the lead, and somehow he kills Shu. A slam with the help of Lip takes care of Shu and Violet. There is literal meters separating them right now. 2 of them at that. 50 seconds to go. Final fight.
Such a crucial mistake by...
close enough at least.
Oh, there was in the front half. Like in the front half, Atlanta Reign, they were in the driver's seat. You can see them, they were finding picks. It felt like the Houston Outlaws were the ones adapting. Violet went over to Zenyatta.
And then back to Kiri.
And then back to Kiriko, thinking better of it.
I mean, in that Spark series, Scott, almost going all the way. It's been a strange game mode. A lot of it interesting.
Say though, Lip is charging a quick EMP as well, which shouldn't be too surprising, but he always does it. And that could be important for this next team fight.
Oh, what a stick!
Man,
how does he keep hitting these sticks? Filthy stuff. Pulse bomb from Happy, not quite landed though. Hits the recall, double blink left. However, a sleep onto Fearless ends his life. And with the Atlanta Reign saving that EMP, they're going to be good for another fight. However, the Outlaws gain 50%. But I just want to point those pulse bombs out of the equation now. Only that nano boost, and Shu takes a railgun to the face, but a different target Donghak was looking at, and it was Violet. Shu and Violet forced away that nano, helping secure the kill onto Fearless. No damage, it was just zoning capabilities more than anything. And there's the nano boost onto Pelican, but he's hacked, so he can't use his shift. He's got the beam, but this nano, is he going to be able to find anything? EMP available for Lip. Final fight coming up. EMP just thrown out, making it a quick and clean team fight. 91% to 80 for the Reign.
Importantly, Atlanta Reign got the flip in the halfway through that fight, so the percentage is ticking, guaranteeing that this will be the last team fight.
Pulse, copy, rally for both Briggs.
Stalker once again has it in hand.
Good awareness from Happy.
I believe Donghak. There's the pulse, hits the shield. As Violet finds a nice block. Pelican pretty low, pops the primal, a free one, that is. DPS primal moments. He's finding a little bit of damage, but Fielder is going to get kept alive, and now he's in trouble. Speaking of which, the rest of the Atlanta Reign members, their health bars are dwindling. As Happy, dishing out a fair amount of damage, enough to earn himself a pulse bomb. He dashes away, does get a blink, but still with a pulse bomb. It hits the shield again. These pulses are just not landing, but the whip shots do. ChiYo takes down Happy, and Shu is dead. Fearless might be history. Violet falls, but Pelican is alive. Pelican and Fearless versus the world. The Atlanta Reign easily clean him up. Reign.
Both traces, nano boosts coming up.
Dude, Stalker's feeling himself, man. Oh,
Goes wide. That didn't though. That is one for Stalker. Nice anti in the back line for Shu, but Fearless can't follow up really. Especially with no Violet, no Pax, no Brig presence. Speaking of presence,
they know
Pelican was skulking.
Yeah, they know that he's in the back.
And that backline from the Atlanta Reign, stalwart. The nano has been deployed. It's on Donghak. He's getting bashed away though by Fearless, who is returning to the point to help out the rest of his team, but Pelican is dead. Stalker's got the pulse bomb, but with no nano, it's going to be disaster if Violet gets hit with this. A nice little bash, but Stalker's got the man in his sights. The pulse bomb's good, the shield falls, and so does the Outlaws. The Atlanta Reign wanting to make this a 2-0 again. 80% now on control.
Pelican's coming up to the EMP, the only thing that the Outlaws have going for them right now. They have to win this fight. Is Pelican going to have time to charge this one up, or is he going to just have to show up on the point and get it in the middle of the fight?
Sounds like that's going to be the plan. It's got to be 97%. Who's touching? Who's touching? Okay, we got one on the touch. Overtime now ticking down. Fielder in trouble, but he's all good. Sleep. It does end up missing. Now he's just healing up his front line. EMP available to Pelican. He does hit it. But where's the follow-up? There's no follow-up for the Outlaws. Pelican is down. The Atlanta Reign now a 5v4. Lip is traded as Donghak used the primal rage. He is bashing Violet away, and now it is only Shu. No fade, no orb, no Houston Outlaws. The Atlanta Reign remain true to their namesake as they take the match. And the rule of the mid-season madness will continue as they guarantee themselves a spot in the finals.
Atlanta Reign proving why they are the favorites for this tournament. Even when Outlaws make them go the distance, they're able to hold on, and they just had so much extra composure in that final map. And, you know, just every single one of these players coming in clutch at some moment, but this will not be the last we hear of the Houston Outlaws.
Finals preview right here. A map number 5, not quite a round number 3. God, look how tall that guy.
It's always crazy seeing Lib. Just the 8-foot warlord. Just unreal stuff from the Atlanta Reign, showing different looks too, subbing Hawk in for the first time in the Midseason Madness tournament. They're looking clean. And if the Houston Outlaws also keep playing like this, we very much could see them in the finals tomorrow too.
Yeah, and that finals could go any direction. If you're the Atlanta Reign, you don't lead this series comfortable with that result. You got pushed to the very edge. This Outlaws isn't going to go down without a fight. They will make their resurgence, but Atlanta Reign still reigning supreme, and just some ridiculous individual performances. I have to shout out the backline once again. ChiYo and Fielder. Fearless is the best Winston in the world. Happy and Pelican, such an aggressive DPS duo, but even they could not get through to them. They found them from time to time, but just not enough. Hard, we've had 3 banger matches, but we go over player of the match.
I mean, it's got to be.
It has to be. This guy came up so clutch time and time again. It wasn't the consistent damage or the final blows that really stood out to me from his performance. His pulse bombs onto the support lineup of the Houston Outlaws, it's just impossible to deal with. He got them consistently, 1 rounds, 1 maps. Deserves player of the match.
Yeah, I mean, that one was silly. Dumb stupid. Dumb stupid. I mean, it was funny in the little intro, the little VOD that we had of all the players, like that small like interview.
Yeah.
He was saying, like, when I was on Seoul Dynasty, I didn't get guaranteed playtime. I didn't see this come through. I want to obviously play as much as I possibly can, as you would, right? You want to be that starting player, and look at what you can do when he's your starting player. Here's a trace of stats for his this match. Out of 45 minutes played, 2.4 deaths per 10, 11 plus final blows, eliminations 18 plus. Like, yeah, I mean, the stats speak for themselves, but the highlight reel really paints the full picture.